We all have routines. I'm Jabron, and with diabetes, mine was finger sticks. Sometimes I skip them because they hurt. The Freestyle Libre 3CGM changed that. It gives me glucose insights without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Finger sticks are required if your glucose alarms or readings do not match symptoms, or when you see check blood glucose symbol for the first 12 hours. The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
We need to hear from David Locke. He comes on our show. He's been really critical of AJ Dybantsa, the inability to shoot threes. That has been a major, if he were GM and if he were making the draft, that would be a major hurdle for him to get over to choose AJ Dybantsa. That has really bugged him. He's talked about it multiple times. But you heard a take from him recently. You know, he's got his own podcast and doing all kinds of stuff. So we thought we'd play 90 seconds of that take. Here we go. Yak, hit it.
Which is pretty insane. We're suddenly going to be 6'9" Ace Bailey and 6'9" AJ Dybantsa. And AJ is a bona fide lethal scorer, 20-point-a-game scorer. And you know what? The more I watch him, I wish, I said this yesterday on the show. Let me explain this. I just wish he'd played somewhere other than BYU. I think he had something like 300 isolations and pick and rolls because there was no one else. But boy, actually, when I watch him, pretty willing passer. At times, I thought overly willing, frankly. Double team comes, you guys make the play. Like, not quite like that, but it felt like it at times, like, double teamed again. But really willing passer. Makes the right play. Fast break. On the wing. Pushes it to the corner. Richie Saunders drives the baseline. Not grabbing it at the 45 and going every time. Very willing passer. And I'm actually pretty excited to see AJ Dybantsa play in a setting with other good players. Because I think, similar to what we saw at Ace Bailey, where Ace Bailey was thought of as a chucker and a ball hog, go put him on the floor with other good players. I think AJ Dybantsa is going to make the right play 90% of the time. And I think he's going to find out what Keontae found out really this year is that 48-minute NBA game is long. You're going to get your 20, no problem. There's 110 points scored in a game. You're playing 30 minutes. You're a scorer. You're going to get your 20 or 24 almost every night without any problem.
So now he's seeing AJ's positives as opposed to seeing his negatives. Now, can we read into that?
Eventually, they come around to what I think. I think that's the lesson here.
Okay.
He got all frustrated and flustered last week, but he had time to calm down. And he's a human being, wired a little different than most folk, and it took him a little bit, and then he came around to my thinking. But, yeah, I do think that he's changed his tune, and I think he is providing a little insight. He can't give up everything he knows. He just can't. Or suspects, because I don't know that really anybody totally 100% knows, even the top-level management at this point, exactly what Washington's going to do and therefore exactly what the Jazz are going to do. But if I had to bet, and I said this last week, I've been saying it for weeks, and I don't bet, but if I did, I would say AJ here. Peterson is the most talented, skilled player in the draft. I've been saying that. I have not changed my mind. And why wouldn't you take, if you're the Wizards, the most skilled player in the draft? It doesn't make any sense to take anybody else.
Comes down to medical reports and those interviews. You're sitting across this table from Darren. Why'd you miss so many games? Why is it going to be different in the NBA? Tell us why you're going to play 70, 75 games.
Our NBA guy on Sirius Satellite and NBA TV, Brian Gitzeiler, who is a radio partner of Sam Mitchell. Sam Mitchell is a veteran guy, player, coach, and he coached him in the summers, and he signs off on him. That's a huge recommendation for me. But Washington has to do more than Sam, certainly.
And they have.
And they will. And I think the Jazz have too, for that matter, and probably Memphis. And so with all that in mind, I think it'll come down to that. And then they'll go with AJ because Washington will take Peterson. Now, I could be 100% wrong. I am not running saying, I told you so if it happens. That's my feeling today.
Hey, it's your ceiling vent, so I'm dripping. Could be the rain, could be the upstairs bathroom. Yikes. You could hire the guy your neighbor recommended, but I'm pretty sure that's just his cousin. Do we know if he's licensed, or does he just own a ladder?
Listen to your home. Go with Thumbtack. Upload a photo or voice note and we'll diagnose your project and match you with the right pro for the job. Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Well, if that does break that way, and I think there's a very good chance that it does, then Doug Gottlieb will be out there, and he will be running and saying it, even if you aren't. If you remember, he did that thing, and he's just sure that the Jazz are falling all over Dybantsa, and he's been saying that forever.
Why wouldn't you? I think the kid, the willing passer, absolutely. We saw it specifically. Listeners, and they can draw this memory in their minds if they watch the game. It was in Madison Square Garden against Clemson, and I think that was the game he was throwing the lobs to Keita.
Yeah.
And there's no question he is not looking to just dominate the ball. Yes, the ball's in his hands because he's so good. It's like, Taysom Hill when he was playing college football and in high school football and youth football, the ball was in his hands because he's so good. He can run over you or by you. You pick the choice. So, of course, the ball's going to be in his hands. But that doesn't mean he can't have success in a team concept. And, yes, the way everything broke with injuries, BYU's foundation crumbled, and that's who was left to be the man, was AJ Dybantsa. He had no choice. So obviously his stats and everything were inflated because of the situation. And maybe his shooting percentage was actually deflated because of the situation.
Totally by that.
Right. And
everything was, that last month of the season, everybody and everything was geared to stop him.
Right. And I've said this, it was so obvious sitting courtside and seeing three guys. It was like they were lining up. Texas was lining up for an onside kick. They had three guys. AJ would be bringing the ball up near half court, and three guys would come up. And you know how everybody's intense when they know an onside kick is coming? That's the way it looked like with them. Three guys standing above the three-point line ready to take him. And he still averaged 30. And what's the Sean Miller? They asked him at halftime, how are we going to stop him? We're not. So they didn't. So there, and it was one of 9 or something from 3, something like that. He didn't have a good game shooting from distance, and they lost. So be it. But none of that matters now. I think all the things that you want in a player, and you are big on the tangibles in terms of length, and length is exactly that. And he's got it. He's got the long arms. His strides to the basket. I said he should go to the LA Summer Games and win the triple jump. Because he takes these enormous strides. His legs are so long. His arms are long, and he's going to get better. He has a desire. And plus, he wants to show people. He went to BYU. Guys like him don't go to BYU, and I don't care about the money. The money was the same somewhere else. Everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
But yet he chose the path of least traveled. Obviously. And so you're going to get somebody here, and it's the same thing. So how about this? He couldn't deliver a Final Four to the Jazz, but he delivers
a Final Four to the Cougars.
A Final 2 and a Final 1.
No! The championship.
You get a second player of that caliber at the second pick, combined with some of the talent that you have, and then down the line you add more. To me, it's not unreasonable. It's not unreasonable to think that.
It's not unreasonable.
That's unusual.
Think that. No.
Well, speaking of unusual, what AJ does is unusual. Nobody goes to BYU like that. That's Stephen A. fell off the chair, basically.
He did. And they were just what we were talking about. I looked up, and they were debating the same thing. Who should go number 1 to the Wizards? Peterson or Dybantsa?
I think if I'm the Wizards, I would go Peterson. I think he's the most skilled guy. And Kevin Young, who spent a long time in the NBA, talks about, he said it to us, that the Holy Grail is shooting. Peterson's got it. He is so smooth. And he's got decent length for his position.
The montage they just put together while they must have been talking about him. Obviously, we have the sound down, but I looked over.
I can see it.
And the first thing I thought as he was scoring is that dude is so smooth. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. And the cool thing, whoever edited and put it together, is they had him scoring a bunch of different ways. Mm-hmm. He was driving from the wing across the hoop, finishing with his left hand. He was coming down the middle, finishing with his right hand. He was hitting a baseline jumper. He was hitting a wing 3. He was jab stepping to the top of the game. He's scoring from all over the court. Lots of different ways, little mid-range stuff.
Yeah, you just watch him take an open 3, whether it's off the bounce or it's in the air. The form is prototype.
Yeah.
He's just a smooth player.
2-word analysis, like butter.
And that's with an A, because if there's nothing that Whitey White doesn't have, it isn't street cred. You've got street cred out there. So when you say butter, and I've been around you, you like the N words like that. You don't say butter. That's old man. That's white old man, and that's not who you are. Even though that's what you look like, that's not who you are. Butter. I mean, butter. That's B-U-T-T-A, right?
Yuck, has it ever been more clear that it is break time?
No, I'm talking truth. Yuck. Of the 3 of us, who knows hoop the most? It's my man, Snigeldorf the third.
We defer to you on all.
Who knows O-line play the best, Jock?
You.
No.
You put your fingers in the dirt.
Nope. No, I really didn't.
The small rubberized pellets.
Who knows O-line play?
Yock does. Former O-lineman.
Oh, of course he does.
And who knows golf the best?
Casper.
No, you.
I don't know nothing the best.
Bull.
Wouldn't that be bull?
It could be.
Here's the deal with you. You can kiss my big fat class.
We all have routines. I'm Jabron, and with diabetes, mine was finger sticks. Sometimes I skip them because they hurt. The Freestyle Libre 3C GM changed that. It gives me glucose insights without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Finger sticks are required if your glucose alarms and readings do not match symptoms, or when you see check blood glucose symbol for the first 12 hours. The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
That sound could mean a lot of things. And when something's going wrong at home, the hardest part can be figuring out what the problem actually is. At Thumbtack, you can upload a voice message or a photo, and our AI-powered search will help diagnose your project. Plus, the pros we know have over 14 million 5-star reviews, so you can hire with confidence. Thumbtack, we know homes. Hire the right pro today.